and he had a barrel. I don't know where he got the barrel, but he had a metal barrel.
Who had the barrel?
My father.
Okay. And this was on the back steps of the house on Pennsylvania Avenue?
It wasn't on the back steps. My father sat on the top step.
Uh-huh.
And the steps were down, because it was a canyon. And so, I don't know what got into him. I think he had a very depressive mind about dying. Anyway, he was sitting on the top steps, and we were running loose. I was a child at this time, or a young lady. And he had a stack of cut-out pieces, you know, for scrapbook, about like this. And he would take one, and he would go like this, cut it in, you know, tear it in half, and toss it in this metal barrel. Was on this side. And he would toss more and more and more. And as it got to being filled, he would set a match to it.
He burned all of his records.
Mm-hmm. You won't find it again.
No, I guess not.
It sat around a long time in the backyard. Had it been sooner that you made this trip to visit me, you never would have found out about it.
That's true. Oh, well.
Now, isn't that funny? Victoria, my sister, wasn't at all interested in this stuff, you know. He would get up early than he had to, and I would too, and we would sneak out of the house and go for a so-called walk. Let's go for a walk. And so we would go down Pennsylvania to Vermont. Remember that? You remember Vermont Street? Well, he would invite me to go with him, and he would tell me these little things, you know, about the medicine and this and that and the other thing. And Victoria was skipping and jumping and dancing her way down Pennsylvania to Vermont. But the hell with the political history. She didn't care a bit about it. And then she'd turn the corner down on Richmond and go to Mrs. Thayer. That was all that mattered to her, so she could get to the piano. And I could care less about the piano. In fact, I hated it, because Mrs. Thayer was a very old-fashioned style piano teacher. You did it this way, and this way, and this way, and you did it this way. Oh. And I hated it. And she thought she was doing a big job teaching us the piano. Well, maybe she was with Victoria. There's Victoria, who won't play now because she fell and broke her arm. And And so that's why she doesn't use the piano anymore. And Mrs. Thayer had this beautiful, we never did find out where in the dickens she got that concert piano, but it was beautiful. And she had it in her living room. And she built this platform, she and Mr. Thayer, over the canyon, like this, you know. And that's where the piano was. And there were glass windows around here. And I'm just thinking of the opportunities which I wanted to stamp and put a match to, because I didn't want to have anything to do with the piano. And my father was bound and determined he was going to educate me through the piano. Forget it. I do not have music inside of me. People think I'm being silly saying that, but it's the truth. I cannot dance because I can't keep time. And I don't know how to explain it, but that's the truth. I can't right now, to save my life, I cannot keep a tune. Even some of my favorite pieces that I hear now, I know which ones I like, but I can't hum the tune.
Mm-hmm.